Mic check. Sports Data PC. When I say PC, I mean podcast. Welcome to today's show. We're going to finish this thing off. Get my notes right. College conferences before the season start. The season is coming, matter of fact. We got a game this Saturday, tomorrow, matter of fact. One of the big games is Florida State Seminoles and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, okay? I got my money on Florida State, but everyone else thinks this is going to be a close game, okay? So my thing is, should I take the fucking money line on Florida State, or should I just take the points with Georgia Tech? Everyone's saying it's going to be a close game. From what I'm seeing, they got Florida State winning, though, by at least 10. Touchdown on the field goal. Okay. Still, that's close. All right. We got that tomorrow. We also have SMU and Nevada. I don't know if anybody's paying attention to that. That's week zero of college football. I just actually got confirmation on what week zero is. Week zero pretty much is to NCAA rules. They're not allowed to start games before Labor Day type shit. I don't know how that works out, but there's some type of agreement with week zero. I don't know. I got to look more into that, but there's a reason behind week zero. It's becoming like a tradition now. But yeah, we're going to start with, we still got a few conferences left. We're going to start with the Sunbelt Conference. I'm going to just give y'all a quick rundown. James Madison. Okay, they've been in D1 for a few years now. This is a former FCS school. Okay. And I like James Madison, okay? I like their school. I like their colors, like their uniform, I like their stadium. I like everything about this school. I really do. This school is really in Virginia, okay? James Madison. They've come a long way. They really have. And they got money over there, okay? They were 11-2, okay, in the Sunbelt. The Sunbelt, a lot of people are high on as like a slept-on conference. It's low-key like a baby version of the SEC. Like all those players that transfer out of like the SEC schools, a lot of them go to these schools, okay? This is like a real baby version of the SEC, okay? It's a Sunbelt. Appalachian State. Excuse me. Appalachian State, okay? This is a school everyone should know about. Everyone knows about App State upsetting Michigan. What is that? Back 2006 was that? What was that year? The App States came a long way. They're a former FCS school. Okay. They were 9-5 last year. Okay. I was just playing with App State. I'm gonna go play with them again. Just like playing with them. Quick note. With the James Madison, I do think they'll be top 5, okay, in the Sun Belt. App State, I think they'll be top 5 too, okay. Over under with the 9-5. I go over. It's gonna be tougher this year. It really is. Coastal Carolina, that's a good school too. They got the teal turf. 8-5 last year. Okay, a lot of winning over 500 schools here. Okay, Old Dominion 6-7. I don't think Coastal Carolina will be a top 5. Old Dominion 6-7. Don't have them doing any better than that. Georgia State, they can make some noise. I like their stadium. It's a former baseball stadium, which is the former stadium of the Atlanta Braves, but I like how they converted it into a football stadium. I like that. That's one thing about football stadiums and baseball stadiums. Like, you can converge them, and the soccer stadiums. Like, you can converge them all to like play. I don't know if you can converge a soccer stadium to a baseball stadium. I don't know if you can do that, but you can convert a soccer stadium into a football stadium, right? All right. Georgia Southern was 6-7. Got 2 Georgia squads. I think 3 Georgia squads, if I'm not mistaken. Georgia Southern was 6-7. Their ceiling for that is still the same. Marshall 6-7. Come on, Marshall, y'all can do a little better than that. You could do a little better than that. Marshall 6-7, and that was just the Eastern Conference. So James Madison and App State and Coastal Carolina were the top 3 teams in the Eastern. On the Western side of the Sunbelt, we're gonna start with Troy. All right, they were 11-3. I don't know what they're cooking over there at Troy, but they were 11-3. Troy's in Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of people are high on this squad. Okay, Texas State, they've been coming. Okay. 8-5 last year, but a lot of people saying they could do a lot better than that. Okay. Yeah, they got a nice little quarterback over there at Texas State, man. You got to go check him out. I believe his name is McLeod. You need to go check him out. He used to go to James Madison. Okay. Go check him out. South Alabama 7-6. I like South Alabama, but their ceiling is their ceiling. I don't see them doing any better than 7-6. Arkansas State, they're mediocre. They were 6-7. Don't see anything better for them either. Louisiana Raging Cajuns, they were 6-7. They have a few running backs, few players. Don't see anything major with them this year. Their ceiling for me is the same. Barely 500. Southern Mississippi, I'm real high on them. Former school of Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre. I like Southern Miss. 3-9 last year though. You gotta do better than that. Louisiana Monroe, 2-10. Ugh. That's somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. So to be the team to go 2-10 or 1-10 or 0-11, like that sucks. That sucks. So yeah, we got the Sunbelt Conference, and what I'm gonna do for y'all is I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all another rundown, another conference. We're gonna go ahead and stay in the South with the SECs. Okay, Southeastern Conference. We're going to get that. So, matter of fact, fuck the bullshit. Because I didn't even tell y'all who I really think I got winning that Sunbelt before I start that. Okay. If as a whole, I'm high on Marshall. Okay. I'm definitely high on James Madison. Like I said, App State, that's top 3. And I want to see Marshall do good. That's in the Eastern Conference. Western Conference, I don't see Troy. I am very high on Texas State. That's about it, man. That's about it on the West. James Madison, App State, Texas State, Marshall. You could throw Coastal Carolina in there for my top 5 in Sunbelt. That's about it. Now on to this SEC. It took me a minute to get y'all the SEC, but it is the best conference, okay? They got the most dogs. It's going to be crazy next year with the SEC. I forgot to add. I did the original records, but I didn't add Texas in them. Okay. We're gonna start with, I guess, Texas and OU, right? You already know they're integrated in the fucking SEC. That is crazy. Something we've seen come in the last few years. That is crazy, man. I can't wait to give y'all this SEC week in and week out analysis on these games. Just college football, period. All right? All right, we're going to start with Alabama, all right? We're going to do each division. I think it's West, East, West, whatever, North, South, whatever. 12-2 last year. Got Got Milroe coming back. They lose Saban. Got the coach out of Washington, who I thought was actually a decent hire, man. I think Alabama's going to be okay, but we're going to see. We're going to see. It's only going to go one way, okay? This ain't Saban, so it's only going to go one way. It's his first year. Stop, okay? Y'all better stop. All right? So, yeah. There's a lot of teams that's going to surprise you this year. That's all I know. The college football has changed. Trust me, I've seen a little bit of it last year and seen it the year before. There's teams that are coming, okay? But I am high on Alabama, though. All right, this is Bama. They've gotten my respect, okay? I can definitely see them in that college football playoff. What is a college football playoff without Alabama, right? Ole Miss, this is a sleeper team. Lane Kiffin got them out there. He got them coming. Y'all better stop playing with Lane Kiffin. He's a pretty good coach, college-wise. I don't know, nothing. It just didn't happen with the Raiders, I guess. He's a great offensive mind. He really is. I forgot it. Ole Miss beat Penn State last year. I got to go look at that game again. I'm real high on them, too. I can see them in the playoffs, too. It's going to be 12 teams. Tough. LSU. I just got to see what they quarterback about. But LSU gets it done with mediocre quarterbacks. They really do. They just be having defense and other skilled players and wide receivers. I don't know what they're going to be about this year. I don't know what their ceiling is. Can they be better than 10-3? They lost 3 games last year, okay, in the SEC. I forget, too, they also lost that game to Florida State. So, yeah. It's tough, man. Like, it's tough. The SEC's tough. Texas A&M 7-6, but they got a new coach. It's probably what they needed. I had to get Jimbo Fish out of there, man. All right? He could never recreate what he created over there at Florida State. You know, he got him one in Florida State, but A&M, that's a tough job because y'all be trying to beat out Texas, man. That's tough. I'm going to be real. I'm more of a Texas Tech guy over A&M. I like A&M, though. I do. Let me stop. But it's tough, man. Now you got Texas back in this thing. Yeah, y'all better come on with it. A&M, are they going to be better than 7-6? I don't think so. I don't think so. They lost a couple players to the transfer portal, too. It's going to be tough for A&M, man. Auburn is a team no one's talking about, okay? Be careful with Auburn. Stop acting like Auburn don't got no respect. Stop acting like Auburn ain't been to the championship before. All right? Show Auburn a little bit more respect. I know they were 6-7 last year, but we're going to see what they're about. Mississippi State. This team's always in the bottom. They have great players. They do. 5-7. Same shit. Don't see them doing any better. Arkansas, I'm real high on. I like their coach. He's a Pittman. 4-8. That just looks bad. Every time I see his team with 4-8, I compare them to Colorado's 4-8 because I just not realize how bad that is. That's pretty bad. You gotta do better than that. You gotta be at least 500, man. And that's what I see with Arkansas. Y'all are at least a 500 team. Come on, Arkansas. That SEC is tough. All right. Then on the other division, you have Georgia, 13-1. This 12-team playoff is crazy. 13-1. A lot of people are high on Georgia. Their roster's crazy. I'm going to have to go play them on NCAA. See what they working with. Missouri is another team they're sleeping on. The SEC is freaking deep. Luther Burden is a dog. I can't wait to see them play. Okay, that's a team. That's another team that they sleeping on. Missouri. I give you another one. But it's a hit or miss with this team. They either gonna have a good year or a bad year. And that depends on them beating Bama and Georgia and Florida. Those games. Now, don't let the other team sneak up on you, but I'm talking about Tennessee, 9-4. I like the quarterback. I do. 9-4 is not bad. But Tennessee trying to get, like, they fight for something over there, all right? They want to claim that shit that they had back in 98. They trying to reclaim that, all right? South Carolina, I really feel like, just like Arkansas, this team's better than 5-7. I like what they got over there, though, at South Carolina, okay? I know everyone wants to say it could be Alabama and Ole Miss, right? That can really, they the top dogs in this in Georgia. But there's some other teams, man, that's coming in the SEC. Florida, whew. What happened to Florida? 5-7. Y'all are a championship team. Everybody know that. 5-7, you got to do better than that. They lost ETN. Travis Etienne's little brother. Yeah, he's gone. He's at Georgia. Florida, I don't know. They're going to have to show me something, man. No one's talking about Florida, man. Kentucky. Watch out for Kentucky. I hear they got a defense, man. 7-6. They had a better season than Florida. And poor Vanderbilt. What can I say? They were even horrible in basketball this year. And that's usually their bread and butter. Shout out to Vanderbilt baseball, though. I fuck with Vanderbilt baseball. Like, they some dogs. Didn't cut it this year. Come on, Vandy. I do fuck with y'all's baseball team. They got a squad. Year in and year out. And then you got Texas and OU. All right. That's tough. I just named all these fucking teams. And then you add Texas and OU. Like OU versus Missouri, OU versus Georgia, Texas versus A&M, Texas versus LSU. I believe Florida goes to Texas and Georgia goes to Texas. That's crazy. The geographic nature of this game now is amazing. Everything about college football is amazing. Stop being negative. Embrace this change, okay? Everything's gonna always change. That's what the world does, all right? Things elevate in this world, all right? Go along with it, all right? But for the most part, I'll keep Alabama at the top. Ole Miss right there. I'm going to put Georgia there, Missouri there. And you got to add Texas and OU. We're doing top 5. That's tough. I took 2 out of each division, and then you can add. So you can do 6. Okay, because you got to add OU. OU is going to be pretty good this year, and Texas should be pretty good this year. I say should because a lot of these teams have their years. Like Notre Dame, like they have a hit or miss year. Tennessee, like a lot of these teams have so much pressure on them that it's either a win now or it's a bust. Hey, that's college football for you. Like you got to come out week 0 now. Like your first game's your fucking championship game. All right, like you got to come out the gates. All right. Sports data PC. When I say PC, I mean podcast. I can do another slide. I really can, because we just got a few more conferences. I want to hit y'all with this prediction, this Heisman prediction. Well, we can probably do that on the next slide. The conferences I have next, I believe we have Conference USA and the MAC. I think I can knock those out for y'all. And we should be done with this. And then week in and week out, or for every game, even including the games tomorrow, we'll start. I give out analysis about the games, what I think about the game, what I saw. Week in and week out, each team, each division. And then we'll integrate the NFL in that. It's going to be a long football season. It's going to be a lot to cover this year. So we'll just get it on the next slide. We'll do Conference USA. and the MAC conference. All right, that's the last two we got. And we're going to wrap this thing up with the conference analysis and predictions. And then we'll end it with a couple like little questions. And then, like I said, with the Heisman, who you got the Heisman? Shit, who you got winning the Thorpe Award? You know what I mean? We could take it there. Who's going to win the Thorpe Award? Who's going to win the Maxwell? There's a lot of things we could talk about, man. Sports Data PC. And when I say PC, I mean podcast. Let's go.